Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and this is,
Lady Gwendolyn of Rowan Temple of Light.
and we're going to be talking about trauma and tarot. It's Gwendolyn's hashtag on TikTok, so if you want to learn more after the live stream, feel free to check her out. But let's talk a little bit about this. I know you were telling me that you are just now sort of learning your own way of reading tarot, or are you just getting into the whole system?
Okay, so it all started probably a couple months ago whenever we started with Divination Night. And I was like, I want to start a study group. I want to learn tarot. So I started it up in my group, and a couple of us learned. A couple of them have been on Divination Night with me. But I just started, I took what I learned and how it was taught to me, and the path that it took me happened to be with trauma, because I've been doing shadow work for over a year and a half now. And it's at first, you know how they always say it's really tough?
Yeah.
Okay, well, for me, it was like, oh, this is a piece of cake, no big deal. Yeah, I wasn't digging deep enough.
Yeah, yeah. I understand, like, especially if you've done it before a little bit, you're like, at first, it's like, okay, well, I'll dip my toe into why I don't like pink.
Right.
Let's start there. I'm like, okay, but that's not where you end up at all. Like,
No. And it is, I've had people tell me that they cannot watch my TikToks because it triggers them, and it kind of goes inside with your last month, your mental health.
yeah. I mean, I tried to keep it kind of light and fluffy a little bit, but yeah, there was some things in there that you just sit there and really take a look at.
Yeah, yeah, you have to be careful, and you have to be in the proper mental state for it. But I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for my theory?
Tell me your theory.
Okay, and it just came to me today, so evidently it was meant for me to put it out here this evening. Okay, so do you believe in reincarnation?
Most of the time.
Okay. Okay, so I believe, oh, sorry, I'm shaking the table. Okay, so I feel that how we're reincarnation, we have so many lives. I think the people that are doing the shadow work right now are the ones that are on their last few cycles, and they have
Mm-hmm.
to rid all that generational trauma and everything that has been in all their past lives. So I feel like I'm coming up on my last few, because this is not easy. There's no way that you can clear that much out in one lifetime.
Right.
It's just not possible.
Well, if it took 3 lifetimes to build up, how are you going to get rid of it in one?
Right. Absolutely. And these are things that we all know, but we have a hard time accepting.
And you know what? I can agree with that. I do like the idea of, like, what kind of how are you doing it? Like, I know I saw that you were drawing like 3 cards, and then we were talking about the shadow aspect of those cards.
Okay, so do you want me to just do it? Do
Yeah,
one
do
and
one for us.
okay. Okay. Now that I'm on the spot, I don't know if I can do it.
That is the glory of
Okay.
TikTok, is you can delete it
All
before
right.
you
So
post it.
9 of Wands and 4 of Swords. 9 of Wands. So okay, so I'm looking. Whenever I see 9 of Swords, I see surrender. Okay, surrender, submission. 4 of Wands is taking a break after a broken heart. So you need to surrender yourself to that hurt and let yourself work through it. Now, the third card that I throw on, 4 of Pentacles, things will stabilize out, and you're going to be a little bit more strong. You once you get through this heartbreak and you come out the other side, you're going to be stronger. You're going to be more confident about yourself, and hold on, it's coming. And you're just going to be more comfortable in your skin and ready to look forward. Okay, so there you go.
That's pretty good. So it's a pretty basic 3-card draw with the idea of mental health.
Yeah.
So you know what, I like that. It's almost like just asking, what can I do to help my mental health?
Yeah. Now there are shadow work spreads and stuff out there. I have not worked with any of them yet, but I started out with just doing the 2. I mean, now today's I figured would trigger some people because it was about a bad relationship. I got the Knight of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and then the 10 of Swords.
Ugh.
Yeah, so it was like you had this fast talker come in. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. And whenever they left, they just destroyed you. So right there, that's the trauma that you had to work on for the day.
Right, dealing with exes,
Broken hearts.
Of it.
Oh, I have one that just absolutely ripped me apart, and I call that person a soulmate. I feel like it just wasn't meant to work out in this lifetime,
Yeah, I can understand that. The relationships are always complicated, even the simple ones, unless it's so simple. Because when you think about it, ultimately you're in some way repulsed, and I don't mean that as in like disgusted, but as in like the energetic level, no longer capable of being with that person after being attracted to them on such a level. Because I mean, if you weren't attracted with them, then it wouldn't hurt so much to be repulsed. Either they push away from you or you push away from them. So it makes sense that would do damage.
Yeah, because at some point in time, and this is with all relationships, because I've had it with friendships as well, that sometimes it's just time to break that bond and walk away.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had situations where sometimes I really, really wanted it to stay.
Yeah.
Just let me hold on just a little bit longer. But it's understanding and accepting when that time has come and it's time to pass on.
Yeah, I had to say that, but I think like half of my marriage, I knew that it was over. I just didn't want to let go because of moral obligations. You take wedding vows; those are a serious thing, especially as a pagan. What your word is your bond in many ways. Like a blue collar family come from people who stayed married to begin with, so.
Oh, I felt like a complete and total failure. I was like, how can I face anybody since my marriage fell apart? It's all my fault. I'm such a horrible person. That's what goes through your mind.
It is. And I mean, it does have an effect on your mental health, definitely. Like, well, I mean, everybody knows my story pretty much. I don't talk much about my ex, just the impact he had on me. And I do that very specifically because I try not to, number one, traumatize myself over again, but also because I don't want to drag him through the mud. Because, when you're in one of those situations, it's kind of hard to tell who's to blame. You get confused, you get wound up, and you just have to, when you realize that you have to stop blaming each other and just realize it's not functioning.
Right. Yeah, my ex and I talked way after the fact, and I was getting help and finding out that I was bipolar. So I was getting on medication and stuff like that at the end, and come to find out later on, he was undiagnosed bipolar. So we were just like two button heads. So it really wasn't either person's fault. It just wasn't
Just on the wrong schedule with each other.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can understand that, yeah. So, tell me, I know you said you're shutting down your Wednesday night terror. So we just got a couple more of those.
Yeah. I guess we'll just go ahead and announce it tonight.
Oh, I didn't know you had announced it. I thought that
No, you were the first person I told. Okay. Here we go.
I am not usually the one to give away other people's secrets. I did not. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
You're probably also not the one to get first dibs on information either. See, you're special and I love you. Okay, so Divination Night, Wednesday nights, will be coming to close. We will run through April and possibly May. I'm not really for sure when the end date is. I would like to finish it up before Beltane. And I feel that we've had a great first run of it. Kind of look at it as seasons from a television show. You know, keep you coming back wanting more. Tune in to next season, which I feel it's more of a winter time show because, you know, for those of us, we're just sitting around and we're not having fairs and festivals, you know, for the readers to go and get out there and
Especially
showcase.
2020.
Yes, yes. And that's what brought about the idea. So I think, you know, we should wait until next season, which, you know, would be started up after festival season is over. Let's just say after Yule. And start it up again for the new season after Yule, because hopefully somebody will have us a Yule ball around here.
Let's hope so. I mean, I'm excited about going. I'm starting to see people starting up fairs and stuff. I'm like, I haven't even decided if I'm going to try and like put some stuff together and set up a booth, or if I'm just going to go and vlog all of them. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
I think I'll probably just go with my camera and just, you know, shove it in everybody's face like I do.
Well, I think it's nice to be able to go somewhere and not be vending occasionally. You know, just go and enjoy it. Go and enjoy it. So, and we have a lot of them. Pagan Pride is pushing for it to happen live. So we're really excited about that. And I know that there's a couple other ones that are getting wound up and they're getting planned. So I'm excited. We're you know, it's our first steps at getting back to a normalcy.
Right. Yeah. People finally getting their vaccinations. Finally, at least I hope so. Like, I haven't seen any actual. I know people are putting out a lot of effort, but I haven't seen any real push to actually start opening fairs up. So I'm kind of concerned. I do want to go though.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm looking at it as though we've got all this space at the park, and each person should have a 12 by 12 space and set up 6 feet apart, at least 6 feet apart from each other. There's plenty enough room for that. I encourage mask wearing because I will be wearing a mask. Even though I'll be vaccinated, I will still be wearing a mask. I might have, you know, tan lines right here, but I'll just pretend like I'm Batgirl or something.
Yeah, there's gonna be some interesting tan lines.
So I'm looking forward to it. As long as everybody's safe and happy, then that's all that matters to me.
Right. That is ultimately the goal of a fair, is to go have fun and come home not ill.
Yes, absolutely. Because I mean, if it looks, and I've said it once and I'll say it again, if it looks like we're gonna get hit with a wave and our numbers go back up, we will straight up cancel and go full on virtual. Because I'm not playing the
last year. Last year's virtual Pagan Pride. That's when I first announced I was going to try and do the Tessiomancy video that I got out last month.
Yes. Hey, you know what? 2020 was a crazy time for everybody, and we all went through our own personal issues. I'll say it. Say it as issues. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Issues.
I'll leave it
Issues.
at that. Issues.
Or volume, some of us. Let's not be sugarcoating it.
So yes, divination night is going to be no more. So I'm hoping that you will come on one more time before this season, the end of season one. That's what I'm going to call it, season one.
Hello, Isabella. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'd be glad to. What you wanna? We'll talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we want, like, because I'll totally pull out my schedule and do it right now. If you want to announce right now when I'm going to be on there, but
No, I have my schedule in the other room. I am actually here with you. I am in my workspace, and this is my debut of my workspace. Nobody's ever seen it. Actually, I just finished it an hour ago.
nice.
But it's just with what I have. So can I talk about it a little
Yeah,
bit?
talk about your workspace. I mean, everybody
Okay.
sees my room. I do a video on why I need to clean my room about once a month.
Okay, so in January, I took a very safe trip to Ohio to get certified to be an Access Bars practitioner. Now, with that, I'm kind of turning this room into a meditative space, sacred space. After our video here, I will take my laptop out of here, and no more electronic devices will be allowed in this room. The only thing that's in here now is like a salt lamp and one of the oil infusers that you, and that's it.
Right. So this is going to be like a straight up working room, like a temple almost.
Yes. So, so there is the chair, and then that is the like little meditation area.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about, you said bars?
Yes. Okay, so I brought my head chart, so I will show you. The first position is actually at the base of your head. Like, let's see. See the power band right there at the base of your head?
Yeah, I can see the little chart.
Okay.
The pictures are a
So
little dark, but I saw the little head.
okay, so you can do a couple of these yourself. So just cup your hand and put it right there on that, and then your other hand, take your two fingers like that, and right here.
Does it matter which hand?
No.
Okay.
Whatever you're comfortable doing this with. And this is just the energy pulls. So this is the first position. And what this does, imagine opening up all of your chakras from your toes all the way up and pulling the energy out your crown. So this is what that's gonna do. Another one. Yeah, it'll help release. Okay, so another one that I want to show you to do. Take take three fingers and put them right here behind your ears, and that hard spot right there. That the soft spot within the hard part. You know what I'm talking about?
Like behind your, like right behind your ears, like the dip.
Yeah, the dip. Now you put that there, and that'll open up. It's okay. This is called access consciousness. So what it is opening up all of these spots, and it's all in your head. All 32 spots are in your head.
There's a lot of stuff that's just in my head.
The what?
I said there's a lot of stuff that's probably just in my head.
Well, this helps alleviate that and helps open you up to the greater consciousness. It also helps with depression and anxiety. They've used it for weight loss, things like that. There is a okay, hold on. Take my glasses off and I'll show you. There's spots here.
Now I do know these, like, I don't know what these do energetically speaking, but that's where I rub when I got a sinus headache.
Yeah, those are called form and structure. Now, form and structure are the ones that help you create your foundation.
The cat's helping.
The second one, like right below your temple, see where your temple is, and it's right there, like at the top of your cheekbone. That one is called hopes and dreams.
Right there?
Yeah. It's like right there at your eye and right below your temple. Yeah, that one's called hopes and dreams. And when you focus on that or meditate with that, that helps open you up to your goals or what your goals are supposed to be, put it that way. And then
Bonnie the psychic. I'm going to be rich and famous.
there you go. There you go.
And I'm going to enjoy my life.
Yes. So, okay, put your 3 fingers like this, and then put them. I'm gonna have to move this to show you. Okay, so at the top of your ear line, right behind it, put your 3 fingers there, and that is your middle finger is kindness, your index finger is gratitude, and your ring finger is peace and calm.
Is that both sides?
Yes, you can do it on both sides.
Maybe I can. The cat's not letting me. The cat does not want me to have kindness.
So
Cat says I need to open up a can of whoop ass, apparently.
So it just helps to, I mean, these are ones that you can do on your own, but a bar session usually lasts anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. I've been practicing and doing the 20-minute ones, but I can do up to an hour.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Now, where did you say you got your certification through?
I had to go to Ohio to do it because I don't know anybody else in West Virginia that does it. As far as I know, I'm the only one this far south. I took class with a couple of ladies from Wheeling and Weirton.
Mm-hmm.
So I call it Reiki for your head. Because it is accessing, and vibrating the crystals in your head.
That makes sense. My head does feel better. I did start off with a headache. It feels better.
Oh, good. See, it does work. It's like a cross between Reiki and pressure points, is what I said. But okay, so anyway, let me tell you how this got started.
Okay.
The guy, Dane, was it Dane? Gary Douglas. He was very down, depressed. He had lost his job. He was losing his family, and he was on the verge
Right.
and he was just like, I give up. Whatever you need me to do, just tell me and I'll do it. And this happened. It's in over 175 countries. So we're a little behind around here, but I've connected with the group from Cleveland, Ohio. So and then there's a group in Maryland. So I can take a couple more classes, and then I can be a facilitator, and then I can teach, and other people around here can learn too.
Cool. What was it called again?
Access consciousness. These are the access bars.
Access bars. Access consciousness. Access bars. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
I definitely would like to learn more about that.
Oh, I am going to be traveling whenever I'm safe to travel.
Right.
And put this chair right here in the back of my car, and I am just going to be going everywhere. Everybody's first treatment is free. So just so that I can get practice, it's really doing it for me. But the way they say it, at best, it opens up your way of thinking. At worst, it feels like you've had a great massage.
You know what? We may have to do a video on that. I will totally be a guinea pig, but I got to put it on camera.
I'm totally in for that. Totally. We'll do it.
Sounds like the plan to me.
Yes.
So
I'm
what else?
ready
I mean, we talked about Pagan Pride, we talked about tarot and trauma, we talked about hello David. What else would you like? Okay, so tarot and trauma, the Saturday
okay.
night or Wednesday night psychics.
Okay, yeah, divination night ending, season 1 ending. So if you know of somebody, we'll probably have openings for probably about 3 more people before we close it down for the end of season 1. I would like to have the final episode to be kind of like have a couple different readers together.
Right.
It kind of like a reunion episode.
That would be cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm definitely down for that. I did like I love the fishbowl. Like, I didn't watch very many episodes because I haven't been consuming content. I've been trying to
Oh
create it.
no. No, you've been doing your own thing. You have been exploding. I am so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm making a go of it, man. This will be my livelihood very
Good.
soon. I keep getting August.
Okay,
Getting
good.
August. By the time, August, September, I should be Dottie the Psychic. I'm hoping full time. And, I got a social media manager, Mystic PC. If you're interested
Absolutely.
in a social media manager, hit me up.
Yeah, I love the layout. This is gorgeous.
That is all Joe. Like, I mean, the pictures are obviously me, but he took my logo. You remember the old
Yeah.
palm? I've still got it up some places, but he took that and cleaned it up and brought it into specs so that I could actually use it, And this background, we talked about the coloring. He's been super easy to work with. Joe, I know he's actually listening right now. Drop the link so people can see it.
Yeah.
Hello, Valerie.
And he did one for divination night we used last week with Asen. It was freaking gorgeous. I
It's
mean,
an art
all the
form. It's really an
gold.
art form.
Yeah, he's amazing.
So
Absolutely.
that's
I
Joe. He
can't
dropped
thank
the
him
link
enough.
there.
Yes.
And I will give him this. He's attentive. He can put up with my crazy ass. That takes skill. And patience. So much patience. I am, especially lately while we've been really building this up, and I've been going through it at work. I still got a day job for now. But while I've been going through this, they've been really patient with me.
Oh yeah.
And if you go onto my Facebook, you can see a lot of like my daily posts and things. I'll make up the line, like I'll tell him what I want to say, and he does the artwork for it, like the fortune cookie and the unplug prompt. He did all those. So I mean,
And your website has just it's got a whole new, it's gorgeous.
I did not touch my website. I don't have access for it, not because he hasn't given it to me, but just because I haven't had time to play with it. That is 100%. I had this thing up on Wix, and
That's where mine's at.
yeah, I think everybody's done that. I had this thing up on Wix, and he took he salvaged what he could and made it presentable.
Yeah. It's beautiful. And your pictures, the artwork, everything just flows together so beautifully. I have to give you props. You and Joe props.
Most of that's Joe. Like, he took my stuff, but then like any of the things that are graphic, like like the logos, the coloring, that's all him now. I mean, I think he's got some of my photography up. And a lot of the content, any of the YouTube stuff is mine, obviously. But a lot of the stuff that pulls it together is work that Joe has done. And just I'm like, okay, well, I couldn't have done better.
Right.
So I could have done that. So
no, he's amazing, and I talk about him every chance I get. All good stuff, but I will just talk about him any chance I get.
Yeah. So back to the subjects. Now that we've stroked Joe's ego, and thank you, Joe. I really do appreciate it. So, are you planning anything else? I know you're gonna take a little break for a little while, but I know you had like a whole bunch of things going on there for a minute. It was like you had content nearly every night.
Okay, so under the Rowan tree was okay. So Rowan Temple of Light, we have under the Rowan tree, which is classes like little lessons just to get you started. Just learn a little bit about a subject, and then if you want to learn more, then you go and you learn yourself. Um, so we have that. All of this stuff is over on YouTube. And let me tell you something about our YouTube. We're trying out this thing, this little contest. Rowan Temple of Light is at over 700 followers on Facebook, but we don't have any followers on YouTube. So to promote us and to have a contest, we're offering, if you go over and subscribe to our YouTube, then you get in the running for a package. And Sarah Snodgrass and I, she was on Divination Night a couple weeks ago, are putting together a box of witchy items, like a nice little witch box. I'm
Mystery
going to,
boxes!
yes, don't you love those?
I do. I do. I have spent stupid amount of money because they wouldn't tell me what was in the box until I did.
So we're doing that. She's going to give them a reading, and I'm going to give them a reading. So they get the box and the 2 readings, whoever wins. We're going to stop that on May 1st. So go over to YouTube at Rowan Temple of Light and subscribe. And all of our content is there. All of our divination nights are there. The Under the Rowan trees. Oh my gosh, there's so much on there. Another thing I'm starting up is an astrology study group. I haven't figured out where I'm going to put it yet, but that's coming. I just got reordered my astrology book, so I just got it yesterday. So I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, anything like I will try to make sure that you're in my suggested channels on my YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on Facebook and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel,
do it.
You are really missing the story. Like, yeah, I mean the Facebook stuff is much more casual on things, but like my art is on YouTube.
Yeah. You embody YouTuber. like when I think about you, I just think Dottie the psychic YouTuber.
Right. Well, I mean, I put a lot into my
do?
videos. Do you see that Tessiomancy video? I was proud of that one. The death videos. If man, you gotta be prepared to sit in for the death videos. I put a lot of work into those stuff. I mean, research and personal experience. And there's a third one coming, but I'm not ready to do it yet because I still have to cover grief, and I'm just not prepared to do it yet. But that Tessiomancy video, that was just fun. Asen was in that one. And also one of my other friends who has the lady who was in it, her name is Cindy, and she has like a whole Twitch channel and everything. So like it's an all-star cast.
Awesome. Yeah, I was wondering how you was gonna do the death videos with us doing the voices. I was like, how in the world is she gonna make this happen? And then I watched it and I'm just like, oh, that was awesome.
It's janky as shit, but I love it. Like, I mean, that was each video is the pinnacle of my skill at the time. So each time I do one, I get a little better. I realize now that I may actually have to figure out some puppetry to keep going. Like each time I do one of these, I'm like, okay, well, I need to develop this skill. Like the last, like Tessiomancy, I knew I wanted to do it a year ago, but I knew I didn't have the skill to do it because I knew I wanted to do that Alice trick, and that's a green screen trick. I didn't know how to do that. Also, so that was not actually a green screen. That was like a split screen effect, which is a little different. And then, but the green screen, that Turkish, where I'm propped up in front of those photos, that was green screen. I bought that green screen for that project. I've used it on other things, but that's what I bought the green screen for. I've learned how to work on audio. Like if you go back and you watch some of my original videos, especially the ones where I still using like Windows Editor, like the
wow, yeah,
my beginner's meditation video and the emotional toilet is still one of my favorite, but like you can tell I had no idea what I was doing.
Wow. I've loved watching them. You know, you have come a long way, and they've turned out great. I'm
If you
happy to
ever want
see
to be a
your
part of another one, let me know. And if anybody else wants to be part of one, patrons get first dibs for parts.
hint, hint. Patron.
Patrons and I got Patreon and Subscribe Star.
Now, can you talk a little bit about that? Because I don't know. I mean, I've heard you and Asen talk about Patreon, but I don't know what it is.
Okay,
So
Patreon.
Can you plug yourself a little bit?
You know what? This is a shameless self-promotion, and I am more than willing to promote myself, because if I'm not willing to promote myself, who will?
That's right.
So, Patreon and Subscribe Star. Subscribe Star kind of spun off of Patreon because people weren't as comfortable with some of the things that Patreon was doing as like a political thing. I'm way beyond what our channel does, but for people who are uncomfortable with Patreon, there's Subscribe Star. Subscribe Star is owned by the people who are profiting from it. So rather than being a for-profit company, it's sort of like sharecropping. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to describe what's going on there, but it's basically structured differently. It's structured for the users to make a profit rather than like shareholders. Patreon is structured to make somebody profit other than just its creators. But because it's got a lot of different features. Like I've basically they're set up pretty much the same for Dottie the Psychic. That's just a little bit of background about them. But for my first tier, anybody who pays me $1 a month, you get a little extra content, which is usually a bloopers video. I'm going to start doing my monthly blessings again. Like when I do my prediction videos, I'm going to try and do a little blessing video. So if you pay $1, you get access to those. If you pay $5, you get access to everything you got for $1, but you also get to vote on our cause of the month. Like our channel, I really am proud of the cause of the month. I think that's one of the things I like. I started that early because I had friends who had 2 different kinds of cancers and there were different things. I'm like, I can't do much, but I can do this. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I started the cause of the month for this channel. And that's part of why I've stuck with it. It's almost like a tithing thing. So anybody who subscribes at $5 a month or more, 2 of those dollars go to our cause of the month. And a lot of times it's a concept we use for a cause of the month. And when it's a concept, we'll pick a charity to receive that money as a group. Like last month was mental health, and I didn't have any Patreons that month, so I didn't have any money. But like this month is Eric and Michelle's Divine Blessings. And I did a video for them. And that all came out of her pocket. So the money that we make off of this is kind of going to reimburse her for her project. So that's $2 right now. But so that's the $5 tier. You get to vote for our cause of the month, and 2 of those dollars go. And then $10, you get everything for the $5 and $1 thing. But you also get I'm going to do at least one live stream that is just for people who pay $10 or more a month, at least once a month, and you get your name in my credits. At $25, and this is the only difference between Patreon and Subscribe Star. If you go onto Patreon at $25 a month, after 3 months you get a coffee cup. But everybody who subscribes at $25 a month gets a reading, and I can't remember what else I promised. I will have to go look that up and make sure I'm fulfilling those promises. But
awesome.
So that is the Patreon. So go check me out. March, I had everything up there for free. So that stuff is still up there. Nothing. If I posted it for April, it's in its tier, but I think a bunch of the stuff I put on there for March. There's some stuff that if you just go and check out the Patreon and subscribe star sites, I'm going to have up for anybody who finds me. But then, after that, people, you got to pay. I want to get paid. I want to make this my livelihood.
Right.
I think I ran off some of our viewers. I'm sorry. I love you guys.
Oh, well.
Of course, you can always expect great content right here on YouTube.
That's right. I think the only thing else, I mean, yes, I'm constantly busy. I'm constantly doing something. I put a post up. I don't know how, if somebody asks me, what do I do? What do I tell them? Like, I can't narrow it down. Like, what do you tell people?
What do I tell people?
Yes.
What do I tell? You know what? Here's the thing. Like, the whole Dottie the Psychic thing started because I was reading cards in a bar, and I've told the story a million times, and I'm going to tell it a million times again. But, like, that was my explanation. People can kind of understand psychic. Trying to fully explain myself is tedious and kind of rude at this point. I'm like, I'm a psychic. That's what I do. You just come on my channel and because a lot of this is a lot of my YouTube channel and my Facebook especially and my TikTok. My TikTok is very much me day to day. Like, that's me coping with reality.
Mine too.
That is my TikTok. It's a lot of really quick quips and cute little remarks that come off the cuff that day. Like, it's a daily post.
Yeah.
Facebook, we plan out little things, little prompts for mental health prompts, because that is one thing that I definitely, as a person with, an anxiety disorder and severe depression with, and ADD, I want to at least do my part to help other people get out of it. And sometimes I follow my own prompts. Sometimes I try.
Yeah.
I try. But, so, like, the prompts are there. So, like, if you're following me, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to try and make a batch of them so they go out regularly, but I'm probably going to change them seasonally to try and reflect what's going on in our lives, But that's what's going on Facebook. Also, if you're on Facebook, anytime I announce something, anytime I'm doing something, that's going to be there. Of course, Patreon and Subscribe Star, I just kind of outlined them, but they also, I'm going to put every big thing I post someplace else is going to be posted there. And some of it's going to be posted there first. Like my journal exercises I do on Wednesday. On Wednesday, those are going to the pay-for sites. And then Sunday is when they're coming out to everybody else.
Well, that's understandable. They're paying for it. They should get dibs.
Right. I can't do that with my YouTube videos because, unfortunately, I am still stuck in this place where I'm trying to get ahead. Maybe someday in the vague and distant future, I will try to post my videos there maybe a week before I post them other places. That's the plan, but I'm not. Don't hold me to it yet. And, of course, YouTube is where I put my high art. My big videos. I try to post there every Thursday. Except, of course, for the live streams, they're usually randomly through the week. But I think I may actually sit down and start editing them down to something that's, good for a quick little video on Thursday. So that's the structure as of now. Like, I'm treating this like a real business. This is what I want to do with my life. I want out of the rat race. I want to not have to get up at stupid in the morning when it's dark. Help a chick out. This is my dream.
I'm starting a job this week. Well, I've been there 2 days. Officially, it'll be my start week this week. So I will have a caregiving job again. I am so excited to be doing that. That's all I've ever done. All I know how to do is take care of people. I've been doing it since I was 17.
Right.
So I'm doing that. Dave, since you're on here, we've already announced it. I don't know if you missed it or not, but Divination Night season 1 is shutting down. So if anybody wants to get in, I'm accepting probably another 3 readers before we end the season. Then we'll start it back up next year whenever we start our downtime.
Definitely let me know. I'll be glad to announce it on this channel too, by the way. Just let me know and we will announce it. We'll do another one of these.
Absolutely. That would be fun. I am going to be starting my little gatherings again, because I was doing those before pre-COVID, but out at the parks and get-togethers whenever we can. Be doing those locally. Let me see. Oh, and I am going to be taking a break over the summer because there is a project that I have been wanting to work on for years, and I am going to set myself in motion to do it.
Do it. Do it.
And actually, I thought about it today, and I made the decision that this is what I was going to do. And then I went looking through my Facebook memories, and I had actually posted it 3 years ago today.
Nice. Them threes, I'll get you.
So I have to do it. There's no getting around it. Are you ready? Ready? You want me to announce it? I will be happy to announce it on your show. You ready?
Let me know.
Okay. I am going to put together a Rowan Temple of Light Book of Shadows.
A Rowan Book of Light. Oh God.
Yeah. Okay. A Rowan Temple of Light Book of Shadows, which will have all of my work, all of my spells, all of my rituals, all of my herbal mixtures, smokables and non-smokables, everything. I'm going to put everything in it. And I'm doing my first Book of Shadows for kids.
Ooh. Oh, let me know when you actually start to get, like, once you've got like chapter 1, chapter 2 ready. I know somebody who I'm trying to get to do more editing because she's brilliant and she doesn't believe in herself. So I have an editor who
I will appreciate any possible help I can get. The other night, on divination night, whenever ASIM was on, somebody offered to help me, figure out the outline. So I kind of have an outline for the children's Book of Shadows,
right?
But I don't have anything for my Rowan Temple of Light yet. So, but these are my projects.
Actually, her name is Kirsten. Not Kirsten. Good God! Don't tell her I said that. It's all well. It's out there now. Sorry about that, Kristen. I love you. Her name's Kirsten, and I'm trying to get her talking, and she's supposed to be setting up on Fiverr soon. So when I've got that information, I'm definitely going to post it. But she's the one who started helping me edit the video. She helped me with the Tessiomancy and the Last Death video, and I've noticed. And I think my audience has noticed a change in the flow of the dialogue.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm still it's not perfect because I swear, the lines for Tessiomancy were hard. So they're not this. I'm thinking we're going to try and post the script on maybe one of the pay for sites on Subscribestar and Patreon. So you can see how much difference the script we thought we were going to shoot really is from what actually happened.
That'll be really nice for them for your Patreons to see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I'll put that one out there as just a teaser. We might just put that on there as public so that you all will come and visit me and see what's going on.
Yes, absolutely. Go have a look. So I guess I am the powers that be have. Oh, and another thing. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna I made a video today, but I did not post it. So I'm going to bring it to you. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. So do you have something, a tool that you use to receive divine messages?
Honestly, I mean, I've got a bunch of tarot cards. I've been using see, that's the thing. That's what my channel centers around, is exploring different forms of divination, which to me is channeling divine energy.
Yeah.
Which is why I can use so many different types of divination and still be effective.
Okay, so let me tell you what I did.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I was away over the weekend. We went to Pennsylvania to visit family. Went to see the grandbaby for Easter. Okay, so anyway, um, I took my singing bowl and my Himalayan pink salt egg. So I did the singing bowl, and then I just put the egg in between my hands and just held it here and just let it
Yeah.
meditate with it. I can't meditate, but I can handle like 2 minutes with my salt egg. And it was just like boom, boom, boom. I was being hammered with all these ideas. So that's where the book came in. That's where um shutting down divination night came in. That's where something else came through. And okay, I'll get to that in a minute. But
Okay.
this is what I wanted to ask you. Do you have something that you do that helps you download? Because download's like the only word that I can think about.
You know, that's a
Use
good
it for.
way to okay, see, I have the opposite problem. I will just start getting ideas in the middle of the workday.
Yeah.
That is like that's like part of the definition of ADHD is that like you just can't always stop that inflow. Now, if I want to sit down and get inspired, I will usually take like I'll get a cup of tea. I do a little bit of a ritual because and I guess this is kind of because I studied just Buddhism just this much. Buddhism just. I mean, I think I'm kind of a chaos mage in truth. Like if I really
Yeah.
wanted to nail it down to what I am, because I've picked up a little here, a little there, and
I
it's a
hate
whole bunch
labels.
of. Hello, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. I
Um,
don't like labels. I'm one of those people that I am what I am, and that's just
right,
how it is.
right. Yeah, I've picked up here and there, but one of the things I picked up from Buddhism was this whole minimalism thing. Like I don't like I have a lot of tools, but I don't rely on any of them. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I really want to sit down and get inspired, I'll start with like a cup of coffee or a cup of hot or a cup of la 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 la. I'm trying to get in English. Cup of hot chocolate. There we go. Or water or something, and just sort of take a moment and tap in like I do when I'm doing a reading.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I really just kind of start like, okay, what do I need to do? And then it's almost like when I'm trying to figure out a word, I'll say, what does this thing I'm making do?
Like, what do you do whenever you get all your ideas? Because, I mean, you see how busy I am. I'm trying to keep up with all of the ideas. And I'm slowly realizing that all of these downloads that I'm getting are not for me, that they can be for other people. So I'm like ready to just start throwing them out there and be like, all right, whoever wants the project, pick it up and take it.
Right. I think the key is just to record it. My Google Docs is a wreckage of just ideas. Like I have got so many of these documents that I want to develop. I want to do a sex education video. Would that not sound like fun? An adult sex education video.
Okay.
Function, understanding, consent, and kink.
I love it. Okay, so I'm glad you said that because that was the download. I needed to find somebody to do this, or I needed to take point and do it. I've had in my mind for a couple of years doing a goddess retreat. I mean, I've talked to you about that before, haven't I? I swear I've mentioned it before. Just
It's hard to
everybody.
tell, you know.
So much has happened over the past couple of years, but
Right.
anyway, it was one of my ideas, my points that I wanted to do. And now it's like you need to have a goddess class, learning about yourself, embodying the divine feminine, and accepting her and appreciating her and loving her. And I am looking for somebody to take that on.
You know, I will be glad to. Here's the thing on projects like these, I'm like a copper top. If you need some backup, I am there. Like, I don't know if you want me to take I'll be glad to do a presentation and help out. Yeah, I'm in for it. Because this whole thing, the whole Dottie the Psychic thing, started from a lesson I learned from a guy named Frater Xavier. He has a channel called Mind and Magic, and even though I don't really watch him anymore, just because I haven't necessarily moved past his lessons. I just, you change who you watch, but I would still promote him, especially for beginners. But one of the things he talked about was creating an exalted self.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Dottie the Psychic for me, because where I was when I heard that message, I knew that I was not the person I truly was. I wasn't able to maintain the, I could tell that I was acting in a way that it was against my personality. And so I almost created this character, Dottie the Psychic. And then through progression, I have become Dottie the Psychic. Of almost like, this is who I am. Dottie the Psychic is honest and kind. Dottie the Psychic helps people when she can. Dottie the Psychic is a YouTube star. And all those things describe me now, because I have gone from where I was to here. So, like, that has been my progression.
Did you ever think that you would actually be where you are right now?
I actually expected to be much further along, if I'm being perfectly honest.
No.
I really do. I don't think YouTube is not promoting my stuff the way they should, because I am fucking fabulous, okay?
Yes, you are. Say it again. Yes.
I was straight up. That's the honest bit. Like, I don't know that I did. I didn't know that I had it in me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that I had it in me, and and the biggest thing that I didn't think I would have the support. That's what shocked me, because when I left my ex, I thought that I had burned every bridge on the way out, and I was shocked at the people who I had like, I have friends that are from before my exile and friends from after my exile, but there's this whole time period where I was isolated. And so when I came out of that isolation, I didn't know these people were there. Like, so that has shocked the shit out of me. Like, just
your support system is more valuable than what you realize.
it's just more readily available than I thought it was. Like, I know the value of having a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know how many good friends I really had.
Well, there were 3 very special women that I never thought that I could possibly connect with them, and they have proven time and time again that they're there for me, and I just they blow my mind every single day. I can't imagine my life without them.
Right.
Your support sisters are your everything.
Right. Like, I'm not going to sit here and call them out, because I don't know if they want their name read out, but like, I actually have, I don't think I've posted this one yet, but one of the journal exercises that I want to do is a thank you letter to somebody who's really helped you, like somebody you truly appreciate. That's going to be one of the journal exercises.
There you go.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to write mine to my mom, because I can write the whole thing without actually saying her name. And and she is the one who has put up with my crazy ass the longest.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. I as part of my trauma and tarot, I'm facing a lot of my childhood trauma. And there's like a whole section that is missing, and that's why I really got into it, was to kind of fill in the missing blanks. I have the whole first 10 years of my life is gone, so I don't know what happened. So that's, I've been searching ever since to find out. I'm looking for somebody to hypnotize me is what I'm trying to do.
I swear there's somebody in the circle. Like, when we get
You know somebody, you can send them. You can let me know later.
Look at the Heyman house. It was like the last event for before the great shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
The Heyman house video I did, there was a lady there that was doing that sort of thing. She's doing full life regression. Like,
Felicia does the past life regression stuff. She did past life regression on me. It was awesome.
I've always wanted to have that done, but it's like I've done it like on my own a little bit, but when you do something like that, you're kind of stabbing in the dark. So I just got a little clip. I need somebody who's actually going to like take me down,
right,
and bring me back. Somebody else they're like, okay, well, you're not going to just, I'm not going to just spin off into the coma or something crazy.
Right. I don't want to get stuck there. I don't want. Well,
Right?
I was
But
getting ready to
apparently
say.
I've already done this shit once.
I was getting ready to say I don't want an Outlander episode, but then I thought, no, wait a minute here.
I never watched it. My mom was a fan, but I have not been watching a lot of TV, period. Just not.
I don't either, but when she goes back in time, that Scotsman is hot. That's all I'm saying. I have a thing for Scotsmen. I have a thing for kilts.
Ow. Oh, look, there I am. It got dark on us.
Yeah, it did. I was under natural light, and I have a little ring light that goes onto your cell phone. I just clipped it on my laptop, so that's what I got. So I was like trying to zoom in a little bit. Okay,
so I've really tried to sort of engineer as much as I could my YouTube presence. I'm like, okay, I need a lamp here. I need to do this and that. I'm kind of jerry-rigging the whole thing as I do. But, like, I have actually at least got the lamp.
It's tough finding your space. Like I said, this is the first time I've done anything in here, so I don't know how much of an echo I have, but I really need some curtains. Definitely.
Yeah, if you get some curtains, it'll clean. I was shocked. I was genuinely shocked. Like, I have this area. We have a friend who lives down the hill from us, and he can't really get up into the top level of his house, so he kind of just let us use that as a studio. And it's, it was bare walls and things. I'm like, the audio was terrible. And my roommate suggested putting up quilts. Just hanging quilts, like off the bars and things. Like, those stands I was talking about before we came on. They're like the closets.
The little plastic closet roll away thingies.
Right. Yeah, you can make one out of stuff you can get from the hardware store.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take that and you hang quilts up. And I was shocked how much it cleaned up the audio. Yes, it does. It buffers the echo. So is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not used to talking about myself. I'm used to being on the other end. I feel like I've done okay.
Yeah, you've done fine. I am interested in this. I am definitely interested in this goddess retreat. Well, I'm going to have to, I do love a live stream where I got to go back and watch it again to see what I had agreed to.
But I think I would love to not just be a goddess retreat. I would like to see the men have a god retreat as well. I would love for the community to be equally balanced there, but not saying that I'm Dianic. I'm open to everybody's path. That's not what this is about. Right. It's not about a specific path. It's about getting more in touch with your sacred self.
Go ahead. Have you ever been to Wisteria?
No, I have not been to any events other than the Morgantown Pagan Pride, and I did go down to Charleston, but Pittsburgh Pagan Pride. That's
Wisteria is not an event. It is a pagan camping ground. It is a clothing optional, safe.
That's why I haven't been there.
and well, you don't have to take your clothes
No,
off.
I know, and I fully respect everybody that does it. I do not feel comfortable within my own skin enough to be that way. So that's the only reason why I haven't.
That you could do, like, put classes in the retreat. That's what the
Yes.
retreat's about. Or
Yeah.
create a class to tease the retreat.
Yeah.
Jason's got some ideas.
Yes. We'll all get together. We'll hash them out. We'll figure it out.
But no, definitely check out, because I got to tell you, I went to the summer solstice at Wisteria. My first summer of freedom is what I called it. Like that, it was literally like 6 months after I'd left my ex. I ended up naked in this forest with all these other people, and it was glorious. Like they had,
Right.
there were people who stayed fully clothed the whole time. But there were all these classes. Like you could, if you taught a class because there was ways. Basically, they encouraged people to teach classes and to do like perform tasks around camp by incentivizing it. When they do, like, you could get certain amounts taken off of your gate fee by presenting or by helping out around the campground. There's some people who go out there, like literally, they go out there every weekend and help work on the site, so they don't pay anything to get into the events because they're basically
that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I already know the name of the class that I have to create, and because it was downloaded to me, and it's going to be a tough one for me. So I actually have to do it because I know that I'm going to be struggling with it, and it's called The Power of Yanni.
Interesting.
Yes. Coming soon to 2021. The Power of the Yanni.
Why not? If I do one, it's going to be creating your exalted self.
That'll be great. I think it'll be fabulous. We can do this.
I mean, I'm in for a couple classes.
Absolutely.
We'll figure out. Okay, so what do we need for this? Like we need to find a campground that we can camp out over. It's just going to be like a weekend retreat, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that way we have enough time for classes and things like that. Spend time around the campfire, things like that. So yeah.
I know that there's a lot of 4-H camps will do it.
I can actually talk to where we're having Pagan Pride at, because it's a 4-H camp as well.
Yeah, I mean that.
But I would like something a little bit more with cabins, like.
Right, yeah, something number one that's out of eyesight, and number two. And you know what? I bet we could probably talk to Wisteria about hosting something like that, since it is is dedicated to this alternative community. I don't know how to put it.
And that we could welcome everybody, not just West Virginians. It would be centrally located: West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky. We could open it up.
We can find. I'm sure we can.
I think that there's enough West Virginians to do it.
You know what? People will travel to go to a good event. I know. I have traveled. I've think about it. We'll have to think about it. Definitely, I would definitely nominate Wisteria and a few of the 4-H camps that are off the beaten path a little bit more. Some of them I wouldn't, like Camp Virgil Tate.
Oh, no.
They may have improved, but I know we had issues with the landlady there like a long time ago, like a decade ago. So that may have changed. I would not suggest Cedar Lakes. So just knock those off your list. But
well, I know, and whenever I was doing my scouting for weddings, because I was going around taking pictures of places that people could go to do their wedding and their honeymoon or whatever, I went to Chestnut Ridge Park. Now that's where Morgantown Pagan Pride used to have some of their events. And
Right.
it was a nice place up there. The cabins are back set in the woods, and you have your own fire pit there, and of course the shower houses. But you wouldn't need the shower houses for the cabins. But I mean, that's at least 14 people
Right.
could sleep in one of those cabins. That's you just rent out a couple cabins and be good to go.
That could be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We've been at this for an hour. I am getting tired.
I understand. I gotcha. So I've got divination tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on the Rowan Temple of Light page. We will have our second reader from out of West Virginia. She lives in Maryland. So imagine we've had a whole season majority of West Virginia readers. Isn't that not awesome? I love it. And that was the goal. So if, like I said, anybody wants to get on the show, I've got room for another 3 readers before the season ends.
I need to start contacting some of the people that have been on that show. I'd like to have, because I try to do these once a month. So I'm always looking for people to talk to. I try to get YouTubers and people local and a little bit of everybody.
And I'm going to plug this. All you have to do is Google #trauma and tarot, and you'll find the videos on TikTok, Instagram. I've let a couple of them slip through to Facebook. I don't really go too in depth with them personally whenever they slip through to Facebook, although I have went personal. I know have too many people that I know
in real life.
Yeah, on there, and TikTok is my place to be free and be my fun loving self, and I get on there and dance and do stupid stuff anyway. It's my place to be free. We all need a place to be free.
Yeah, TikTok is liberating.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, so yeah, #trauma and tarot, Rowan Temple of Light. You can find her on Facebook. Don't forget about Pagan Pride. That's Central Pagan Pride, right?
Central West Virginia Pagan Pride.
Central West Virginia Pagan Pride. I know we got several Facebook groups.
Oh God, I'm everywhere.
And of course, you can find me right here on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
Our cause of the month is Erica Michelle's Divine Blessing. I did get that video out. That is the full length video for Erica Michelle's Divine Blessing that is on their channel. That was a hard one. Like that lady's story and just the amount of, because I filmed them for like a whole 2 days. I don't know who that is. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, check out our cause of the month. Check me out on Patreon and subscribe, Shaw, and everywhere else that I am on all sorts of places now. Safe travel and much profit to you.